Nicky got me rolling, got me shaking, got me aching, got me twitching, got me snitching, got me making a fuss. Nicky got me bowled over, got me over his shoulder, got me slapping, got me whacking, got me smacking my lips. Oh, Nicolas Cage, oh, Nicolas Cage, he's an international treasure of ours, yeah. Oh, Nicolas Cage.
He's offered Derek Chisora the trilogy fight by in classic Fury style by calling him a shithouse. You're a shithouse. You're a tosser.
You know who else is a shithouse and a tosser? Dave. In the 2010 film, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, directed by John Turteltaub, written by Lawrence Connor, Mark Rosenthal and Matt Lopez, starring Nicolas Cage, Jay Baruchel and Alfred Molina. Synopsis: medieval American Nick Cage must trawl through the ages to show young boys his dragon in the hopes they'll be his apprentice. First of all, welcome back to Nicolas Cage International Treasure. This is the podcast where we look at every single one of Nicolas Cage's films.
It feels like it's been at least 7 days since we did this last.
Yeah, at least. Considering before that it was 21 days.
Yeah, I can't stop time.
I thought it was only 2 weeks we took off.
It was 3.
Oh.
Well, no, we took 2 because we did the cursed 2-person podcast.
It's not cursed. I think we did a good fucking job, personally. But,
that will never see the light of day.
I wanted to.
Are you joking?
We've got to have like
have you guys listened to it?
Maybe when we get 5 subscribers.
No, we're gonna. Are you just fucking butthurt?
Seeing as we have none. 5 is
setting the bar pretty high.
Yeah, we're getting professional. We're setting up our podcast agency, litigator, distributor.
Yeah, you're hearing it here now, folks. We recorded like 9 episodes in advance.
Yeah, we're what are they called? Content farmers.
Yeah. I mean,
every Tuesday.
We're also recording every single episode in Hebrew and Latin.
Just to expand our horizon.
Shalom.
Shalom to you all.
Shalom, Jackie.
Hello, Jackie.
It's all in English, but we just say shalom at the start.
And occasionally say l'chaim.
What is l'chaim mean?
L'chaim is what they say when they're cheersing.
Yeah.
Right, so that's not a translation.
L'chaim.
Context.
Yeah, but you kind of get the gist.
I don't.
We'll do it. It'll be fine. So what did we think of this film? The 2010 Disney-made Sorcerer's Apprentice.
I think it was worse than National Treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was worse than National Treasure, but still enjoyable.
Well, yeah, but like National Treasure is a relatively like low bar to beat.
Oh, well, don't say bad things in National Treasure. National Treasure is like a great movie.
Yeah.
No, it's enjoy. If you watch it from a child, it's one of those movies that's like I still enjoy it if I watch it today, even though I know it's batshit crazy and stupid.
It's the same director, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just having a look at what else John Turteltaub has done because I remember seeing it in the titles of a couple of Nicolas Cage films.
Is he just a Disney slut?
Wait,
and also the
were either of those films Disney?
Yeah,
both
Treasure,
of them were Disney.
Yeah.
So he did.
That's why National Treasure.
Does that mean Nicolas Cage is a Disney princess?
Yeah. Ooh.
National Treasure.
Do our Disney princess tests again on that podcast.
Not again.
Oh, he did. He directed one of my favourite films, Cool Runnings.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Kiss the Lucky Egg. You've not seen.
Are you actually Cool Runnings?
Cool Runnings is. We're watching it after this. Cool Runnings is fucking amazing.
No, we're recording another podcast.
No, we're watching Cool Runnings. I'm sorry, but learning about a Jamaican bobsled team is more important than drinking the night away in the latency lounge.
I don't know, I missed Mike.
He also did the Meg.
I hear there's a special guest.
I remember I've seen the Meg a couple times, but cannot remember
Was
a
that
single thing.
Jason Statham or doing?
Yeah, it's Jason Statham.
The Meg.
With a massive shark. A megalodon.
Doesn't he drift a submarine?
He does.
I remember you.
He also surfs like a thing, like you know, one of those scuba diving mopeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I can't find the word.
Subnautica.
Yeah,
powered
yeah,
thing.
yeah. The
Handheld propeller.
yeah, it's a propeller that you hold. And he was like surfing it in a drift battle with a shark, a giant prehistoric shark.
Excellent. That's what you want to see from Hollywood. And what we saw from
Oh,
Hollywood.
he also one second. He also directed a film that we have seen together that we didn't do a podcast about, called While You Were Sleeping.
Oh.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, and
Who plays a
Bill
stalker,
Pullman.
or she is stalked. I can't quite remember.
No, she's stalking a guy. Like she's works at a train station.
Oh
And a
yeah,
guy falls
the guy
on the
has
tracks.
a coma and then
Goes into a coma, and she
Yeah.
pretends to be his girlfriend.
yeah.
Whilst simultaneously trying to fuck his brother.
I must have repressed that film.
It was
Because
Christmas 2000 and
19.
no 20, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
about that
Back when
time.
we did that podcast, we never did.
Yeah, she was definitely not the second series, wasn't she?
No. No, yeah, she wasn't.
She was she definitely was not the second series of that podcast. We
Alright,
definitely
look, the
didn't
more we
do it.
talk about this podcast that didn't happen, the more curious people are going to be.
Yeah.
So,
They could
Oh,
be as
there are
curious as they want. They're
episodes.
never going to fucking find it.
There are episodes, and
'Cause
some of
it
those
got- 'cause
episodes
it's
will
gone
never
from
see the light
everything.
of day. I'm going to have a frutella. Tell me what you thought of this film, for fuck's sake.
I thought the CGI was pretty good, mostly. Like,
Yeah,
they had good
the-
effects. There was a
From
dragon.
the car changing scenes where they're in the car chase.
Yeah,
They
there was
can't-
like that scene where the guy. Oh yeah, the car changing scene. It was like water. It was really
Yeah,
cool.
the
That was
water,
good.
the water and the fire and all that, like the spells that they cast were actually not too bad.
Yeah.
They
The
get
plasma bolts were kind of stupid.
yeah.
Who cares?
The intro to the movie is very stupid, but I guess like the whole thing is he's like a girl's written this wee boy a note and he chases this note through the streets of New York.
Well, it's not the intro.
Yes. No,
The intro.
the
The
intro's
intro's the
the-
Battle
It's
of Merlin.
Arthurian lore, which cuts to Jimmy Eat World. It's just great transition.
Wait, so how many films have 3 time skips? No, 2 time skips.
Well, no,
Hmm?
there's
The intro.
3 because there's the back when they're in the fucking 700 AD.
Yeah.
Then you go to year 2000, and then
10 years before Jay Baruchel is introduced.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's 2 time skips in the intro for Jumanji. No, one time.
yeah.
Let me think on this.
Okay, well.
I'll think of something.
Yeah, anyway, what I'm
No,
saying
2,
is,
you're right.
it's a
One.
lot of time
One.
skips at the very beginning. Yeah.
I'm just annoyed that when they do the whole Merlin thing and they show that he dies and then his ring and then the fucking Dr. Octavius is the bad guy.
Alfred Molina.
Yeah.
If I were a rich
That was
man.
Doc Ock.
Yeah.
I guess because he's so much younger.
All day long.
So much younger in that film, I didn't recognize him.
And-
Whereas in the Spider-Man films, he looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
I mean, makeup. Of
The only
course.
reason I really recognize it because I read the cast before I went in. But then they do the whole thing. Mel's dead, and then the third apprentice that Melon has combines with what's her face?
Oh, so Balthazar is Nick Cage. Victoria.
Hogarth.
Yeah, Victoria's
It's Veronica.
Veronica.
It's Veronica and Morgana. They merge together in some kind of unholy.
Morgana is bad.
Yeah,
prison.
She is in Arthurian lore. I
Yeah.
don't know if
Yeah.
Balthazar and Hogar are.
No.
If you watch the
Veronica. Veronica.
I mean,
Ah, yes.
Veronica.
And so Lancelot came down on his noble steed and said, "Hail, Veronica. How you doing, love?"
You alright?
Wait, was it Lancelot that banged Uther's
Guinevere?
wife? Yeah, Guinevere. Yeah.
Well, we were talking about this with your mate Josh, and he was saying apparently the French wrote in Lancelot during the 100 Years' War,
Yes.
just so there would be a French guy who banged the English king's wife.
Yeah, and also
Can I say Lancelot?
yeah.
Lance actually means fuck. I'm so fuck a lot.
want to see my lance, Guinevere?
I have a pretty long sword. You want to see my rapier?
Some call it the bestiaire. Ooh, don't call it a rapier.
My sword is rapier than yours.
I don't think Lancelot was that much of a French stereotype, but also
Yeah,
uncommon.
he wore a beret, slanted to the sides, had stripy shirts.
He would
on.
get into sword fights with people with baguettes.
a mustache.
He wore,
Challenges.
he wore a chain. He didn't actually wear chainmail. It was just garlic that was sewn together.
His crest of arms was his fucking just a
so
croissant.
fucking hot. Holy fuck.
We're doing this in a heat wave.
It is.
roasted.
It's fucking hotter than a witch's titty in here.
And we can't turn on fans or open the window because it would affect recording quality. Not that the quality's.
It should be.
I
fine
am
today.
more moist than a whore's gusset in this room.
We're gonna have heat stroke.
You were a strumpet in a previous life, Peter.
Yes.
I'm a strumpet
in the
in
back
this-
row.
The little boy, right, who's the mini fucking what's his
Mini
The
Jay
mini
Baruchel.
Kipper, yeah.
Yeah, he's the little kid from Night in the Museum.
Oh, wow,
There's
he
a
is.
kid in Night of the Museum.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller's
Yeah.
kid.
Ben Stiller's kid. And also the fat ginger kid that he's friends with, who doesn't show up anywhere else in the movie, which
Yeah.
I'm quite annoyed about, is the wee kid from Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
Unless he changed race somehow.
What?
Yeah.
What? Zooey Mama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
fucking Is it Rowley? Rowley.
Yeah.
I've never seen the films. I read the
Oh,
books.
it's-
and
they're
it's-
bad.
You have
Well,
a cheese touch.
But I reckon as soon as he came on screen, I was like, that's the wee kid from fucking Diary of the Wimpy Kid. I'm excited
Wait.
for him to progress during this
We
movie.
need to watch it's fucking
Wait, what was
trash.
the time period between
They
like
made a few. of them.
Sorcerer's Apprentice?
Well,
and
this was what,
Diary of the
2010?
Wimpy Kid. Like, there's like
Diary of a
8
Wimpy
years.
Kid.
Oh,
Diary of the
imagine-
Wimpy Kid,
6 years.
the book was.
Diary of the Wimpy Kid
the
movie.
movie. I'm talking about
I
Diary of the
imagine
Wimpy Kid,
Diary of
the
a
movie.
Wimpy Kid was
Yes.
around 2011.
So
11.
this came out 2010.
Yeah, of course.
Diary of
Oh, same film, same year.
Same year.
yeah.
That kid had a hot year.
Yeah, he had to. You don't see him anymore though.
No.
What, Robert
Coke
Capron?
addict, fucking
Is he a coke addict?
snorting lines in his. What is he now? He'd probably be 18 or something now, 20.
He's 24. He's the same age as us
It's
guys.
just same fucking.
We should invite him.
Yeah, let's get him on.
Be among your equals. People who wasted their 14-year-old life.
He was in Frank
I mean-
and Winnie.
You know.
We're doing a podcast, John. We got no prospects.
Everyone our age is doing a podcast.
Yeah, that's, I guess. What did we think of the film?
It was a film.
Like, no, I enjoyed it. Like,
Yeah.
it was a dumb Disney movie if it was a rainy day and you wanted something to watch.
I'm still
Fucking
reeling that
Sorcerer's
it was a
Apprentice.
Disney film.
It does seem like the kind of film you would see if you're on
Why are you
holiday.
angry that it was a Disney
I
film?
said
Yeah,
reeling,
if you're at a
not
kids
raging.
club in like
I was
Spain,
shocked.
there you
Not
go.
angry.
Sorcerer's Apprentice Disney comes on. Like,
How are you reeling that it's a Disney film? Does it not seem like a Disney film?
I was surprised to find out it was
It,
Disney.
yeah, it just weirds me out that Disney isn't everything.
they had
so
a
much.
Star Wars joke.
Even then,
Yeah.
I know they had a Star Wars joke, but they did
Disney
own
are
Star
like
Wars.
Disney
thing.
are like the Illuminati, man. Nothing goes on without Disney say so.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah, but
Walt-
Star Wars
Walt
wasn't
isn't
Disney
actually-
at that
Yeah,
point.
I just said that.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm a few seconds behind.
yeah you're lagging.
There's a latency issue.
Ha ha ha.
If only we had a lounge to deal with.
References.
That's so terrible.
Thank you.
I liked it. Nicolas Cage's. He was a guy. He had pretty cool hair.
Suitably strange.
Yeah, yeah.
in the film.
It was weird because I kind of forgot that Hiccup's voice actor
Yes.
from How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know his name. I only know
Jay
his-
Baruchel from.
2 weeks ago,
Right,
I was
that's
an
not
ordinary
that.
guy.
I'm not going to
ordinary
string that
school
out
kid.
He plays the
syllables to you.
same character. in
Hey,
every
man.
movie
He
man
does.
is in. It's like Ryan Reynolds. The
Fucking
man doesn't
whiny.
change. He's Canadian, and he just
What's
every Canadian actor is just they do the same thing at each.
Was it Man versus what was
Yeah, I've just been. I can't think if there's any Canadian actor that has
the Man Seeking?
No,
one,
there is
what was
none.
it?
They just play the funny Canadian. That's it.
Yeah, well, just
I
like
feel like
I was
Jim
about to say
Carrey
Jim Carrey.
does-
Not Jim Carrey's just fucking his thing is that he's just weird in everything and does
Right, but like his
Strange
range,
faces.
overact.
he has a lot of range, but it's always in the weird category though.
Yeah.
So that doesn't. I mean, it doesn't work. But he's.
No, Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
Yeah, that's probably the only
completely
exception.
different.
I haven't even watched it.
And there's
I was going to watch it, and then
It's
I
great.
realised that maybe watching it 1 week after a breakup is not the right.
it's perfect time.
What? You told me it was a bad idea.
You were
I was
wrong.
trying to protect you. That and he did.
I can watch it
he
now.
did Kidding, which was a TV show by the director of Eternal Sunshine, where he plays a kids' TV presenter.
I heard
That was
quite
also
good,
good.
actually.
Yeah.
There's also a big problem with actors though. Like if they do enough roles in a certain way, They just keep getting requested for roles that are that way.
Yeah, it's like the one who
Typecast.
played
Typecast, exactly.
Aunt May in the new Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
She's refusing to play mums and stuff anymore because she keeps on getting cast as the mum or the
That's
aunt.
why she was quite happy to die off in Spider-Man because she didn't want
Well,
to play.
that's just the sad thing of an actor growing old in Hollywood is that, like Meryl Streep talks about, like, see, as soon as she turned 40, she just kept getting offered witches.
I mean, look at Robert De Niro now. All his recent movies that he's played.
Granddad.
He's played a granddad. Yeah.
He's gone from fucking being like a mafia enforcer,
The Irishman.
which I've listened to a mafia guy talk about that, and it's not
I
great.
never watched the Irishman again. Well, I've seen clips of
Was
it.
this mafia man one of these people on ex-mafia member discusses viral film?
No, it was on Vice.
One of those,
Mafia.
yeah. Michael Francis.
How real do you think those really are?
Well, he was
Yeah, I
in
shot a
the.
man 5 minutes ago.
He was a.
Someone who's probably wanted by mafias putting their face all over the internet. I don't know.
He was in Dundee on Sunday.
We should have interviewed him.
He was fucking.
Really, this tangent
He
of
was
a tangent.
speaking. He was speaking at Fatty's on Sunday,
Wild.
doing a speaking thing. You could pay to have dinner with the guy.
Oh, I would have called in sick for that. I would
This
have
sounds like the longest con anyone's ever pulled.
I mean, he did go to jail for 10 years for like fucking racketeering and fucking like tax evasion and shit. He made like $10 million a week.
Those are
Out
rich
of,
people
like,
crimes.
Yeah, he was part of like the white collar mafia shit rather than the.
Blue collar.
I mean, I imagine he called a few hits on people, but he was part of the Colombo crime family.
What
Which
a
is
cool
very
guy.
well known.
Murdered
Well,
people.
For this movie, do you know Nicolas Cage actually wanted this film to be done?
He wanted it to be done.
It was his idea.
I mean, like,
What?
He
Came to Disney and
the
was
idea
like,
for the
I
film
want
was
to-
largely Nicolas Cage's, as he wanted to explore the mystique world with a magical character. Basically, he wanted to be magic for a film, and he went to Disney and went, "I want to be magic."
oh, that's
I just
he could have been
dreamed
in
of
Harry
having
Potter.
magical powers
No,
where I
he
can
wasn't
wield
British.
things with my
Not
mind.
every character in Harry Potter was British.
In the original ones.
The movies.
Yeah. They were all British actors.
Lockhart wasn't British, wasn't he?
Gilderoy Lockhart.
Yeah.
Kenneth Branagh.
Oh,
The most fucking English man on the planet.
I just remember. Oh, of course. I'm a fool, okay? A fool!
You mean the man that played Isambard Kingdom Brunel in the 2012 Olympics fucking closing ceremony? That
Wow,
man.
that's a lot of words that don't mean
I
anything.
didn't understand that either.
Isambard Kingdom Brunel was a very famous civil engineer, and I'm shocked that you don't know that, John.
Yeah, he built bridges, okay.
Yes,
Well
he
done.
did build some damn good bridges.
I don't know everyone who built bridges.
Well, you fucking should.
Kenneth Branagh now plays, not Inspector Clouseau. It's the other one.
Pink
Cluedo.
Panther,
Morse.
No.
Sherlock.
No!
Columbo.
It doesn't matter. Why do you even bring it up?
If you were going to cast Nicolas Cage in Harry Potter, who would you cast him as?
It's Snape.
Yeah.
You think?
Or
Too old.
Dumbledore.
Oh, he would be great as Dumbledore.
No, do you know who I'd cast as Dumbledore? Jeff Bridges.
Nah, Nicholas Cage.
I can
Jeff
see
Bridges would be fucking great at Dumbledore.
Yeah, but like, imagine like all the cages you get from Dumbledore.
No, I
Put your
think
name
you,
into the goal.
can you, yeah, but can you imagine
Pyro!
Nicolas Cage as Mad Eye Moody?
Poirot.
that.
Poirot.
Poirot.
Poirot. That
The one
one.
that David Suchet played.
Yeah, Kenneth Branagh's playing him now.
What, does he do the Belgian accent?
That's what all these the death on the river and the
Death on the Nile.
yeah, and the
Death on the
Express,
Danube.
Murder on the Orient Express. Those he's doing all that now.
Hercule Poirot.
I haven't watched any of those.
Apparently they're okay.
The Death on Murder on the Orient Express is really good if you go in not knowing who the killer is. But then
I think that's the same with all murder mysteries.
Yeah, but it's that fucking famous that you'll know exactly who the killer is.
I don't.
In high school, I really want to watch the Murder on the Orient Express, and I didn't know who the killer is. My computing teacher at the time went, look at how many stab wounds there is, and look how many people there is. I went in the movie. There's like 7 stab wounds, and there's 7 people to go through. I wonder who did it.
That would have been cooler if it was one more or one less.
Yeah.
That bit in Toast of London where Matt Berry's Stephen Toast is in a play. It was this ancient play in London, and no one spills the secret of who did it. And Stephen Toast is just on radio, and he was like, You know, because everyone knows the butler did it. Just doesn't realise what he's done. Fucking great.
He's ruined the
Toast the
entire
London's
thing.
so fucking great because, like, it does so many great things in that he's in this play that's so fucking offensive and everyone absolutely hates. And you don't know what the content of the play actually is. And like he turns up late for it and just runs on with his crimes and is about to go into a big speech, and it just fucking cuts off, and just people start booing him and fucking chucking shit at him.
That's incredible.
Oh, I fucking love Toast of London. It's so bizarre.
Purchase.
It's got a woman in it that looks that has had so much plastic surgery that she looks exactly like Bruce Forsyth.
Oh yeah. But she has one black hand because she was black beforehand and then just looks like Bruce Forsyth.
What the fuck?
And she acts like Bruce Forsyth as well, doing that. It's so
You know, I
fucking
suddenly
good.
realised that that's not the film we're talking about today.
No,
I have
I don't want
another
to talk
I
about
have
it.
another trivia.
Well, come on, Kieran,
Right,
read off
so-
IMDb.
Yeah, thank you. That's all I'm going through. So, you know the Rolls Royce that Nicolas Cage drives around in?
Is it a
Very cool
Rolls
car.
Royce?
It's a Rolls Royce. So they spent a while looking for a specific car they wanted to use for him because they were like they wanted to give him an old style car.
Yes.
So Nicolas Cage brought his own car and was like, "We could just use this," which was the 1935 Rolls Royce. They used that. Probably can't afford it now. And probably doesn't have it anymore because the man was in complete debt for the past few years.
Oh,
So he's
that
probably
makes me
sold it.
sad.
But it was a nice looking
gone.
car though.
Probably gone to the man in the underwear.
was a very nice-
It was a very nice looking
It's a
car. Rolls Royce.
Yeah, but what kind is it? Is it a Phantom?
Phantom, yeah, 1935.
Is it the same?
Beautiful.
I feel like it's the same car that David Tennant drives in Good Omens.
No,
It's
David
not.
Tennant's is longer. It's the same. I think it is also a Rolls Royce, but I'm assuming his is newer, or just another version of the Phantom.
You know, actually, both characters, interestingly
Oh no, it's a,
enough, have a
19, it's a
similar
1926
relationship.
Bentley.
Both characters, interestingly enough, have a similar relationship with their cars, though. Because, like, there's a scene where, like, in Sorcerer's Apprentice, where the Nicolas Cage's car has been, like, in the impound for 10 years. And then he's just like, she remembers me, and all the dust blows off.
I do
She's
like when
ready
the
to go.
character
She
remembers.
missed me.
And then there's David Tennant, who's driving through the wall of hell, and
It's like Night
that might be a spoiler. Like, just willing the car to keep alive because he has a personal relationship with this inanimate object.
It's like Richard
But like
Hammond
they're
in
both
his car
magically
in
enough
Africa.
that it appears that their vehicles are in fact have a personality.
Indeed.
Some literary analysis that leads to nothing. Finger guns.
I was gonna say something about. All right, yeah. So the actual plot of the movie is that Merlin gets murdered, and
He gets Merlined.
He gets Merlined, and Dr. Octopus helps
Morgana.
Mrs. McGonagall.
Yeah, because he has a big crush on Victoria, Veronica.
Victoria
Is that
Beckham.
why?
They both have
No,
a
I
crush.
think
Did you
that-
not even pay
Well-
attention to any of the exposition?
I think he wanted to fuck Morgana.
That's
was
like
the
why
thing.
the end of the
No,
world.
he wanted to bang Veronica. He
So
also
why
had
did
a.
why did he help someone in the world to do that?
I don't know. Okay, look. What I
John
understand
just sees man
of the
woman
plot.
fuck.
Shut up about your summary. It's my summary time, right?
Cis couple, they must fuck.
Is that
We gotta have them fucking at some point.
shut up, Godfrey.
It's not gonna sell if they don't bang.
You gotta see. No.
No,
We
this
gotta
isn't.
see
This isn't
this is-
Gilbert. This is Gilbert Godfrey. This
Producer.
is the producer of the film.
This is director extraordinaire. We're gonna make millions of them. Fucking.
All right. To continue what I was saying,
It's born without the vagina.
It's tasteful, you know, for the kids, for the adults, for everyone.
Maybe a little sexy piece of side boob for the dads in the cinema with the kids
So they don't
to
get
rub
bored.
their dicks under the popcorn.
This is their every Saturday. We gotta give them something special. Bring in a young blonde. And her and Jay Baruchel, who's a nerd. And so the nerds are gonna think they got a chance.
And
It's
this
genius.
This could be. Just think of a 12-year-old watching it. This could be in 8 years' time. He's talking about this was his sexual awakening, and this is why he got into Hollywood.
was Becky from the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
And he was thinking,
about fucking her. And then he wanted to go into film so he could fuck other people. And that cycle continues. And the track goes around and around. My bank account grows bigger. And I grow older and my voice grows huskier. And my cigars grow longer.
Can I just say something? I imagine the 2-person podcast you did is just this for an hour long.
We just do like fucking just pop culture shit. Where we just talk about the most recent films and we do the actual pitch for how these films actually fucking happen. Okay. Like, just think of a film. I would love to be in the room when what was pitched. And what's the film where like?
Go for it.
There was this tragedy many years ago. It was sad. It was so sad. Many a man, woman, and child lost their life.
Alright, we've all heard the Titanic.
Or like someone like
But
fucking...
what do you think when I say to you, Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio? You see her tits. He paints them. It's beautiful. There's a hand. They high five the screen against the glass. He says some shit like... She says some shit like, I don't know. Paint me like one of your French girls. Oh, that's me hot already. Beautiful. Hotter than the iceberg. And do you know how much we're gonna spend on it? $1 billion. And we're gonna make $2 billion. We're gonna be rich from these fucking young adults. Beautiful.
Alright, so the actual exposition of like the main character, well, the historical characters, there were 3 apprentices to Merlin, who Merlin casts a spell to, so they're basically immortal until they find the prime Merlinian, whatever. But both the male ones fall for Veronica, the female one, right? But Veronica only falls for Balthazar, which is Nicolas Cage's character. And Hogarth, at the sheer audacity of being cucked by an immortal witch over generations, gets mad. And betrays them for Morgana.
Yeah. So Nicolas Cage finds this child in his shop, gives him a ring, and it's like, look, you are Merlin now. But then Nicolas Cage and fucking Octopus gets put into a pot for 10 years. 10 years later, we find the Canadian boy. He's 10 years older.
He has a lot of childhood trauma.
Yeah, he now somehow has this fucking Nikola Tesla machine. And
it's great. He's a physicist.
He's a university student, has all this money.
He does molecular physics. You know what molecular physics is?
Because
chemistry.
Because because people only use 10% of their brains.
Oh.
Wizards use 100% of their
Sorcerer.
brains.
So you're saying that this is just the premise of the film Lucy,
with Scarlett Johansson and Morgan Freeman,
God,
which I came up with 2 years before it came out.
Wait, what?
Hollywood sent fucking little drones and they went into my brain, fucking scanned it, and they stole my fucking film idea. The fucking...
The audacity!
The fucking audacity!
Good idea that they did, because I'm pretty sure it lost a lot of money.
It was not
But
popular.
hey, I would have been able to write a film that fucking Scarlett Johansson was in, and then I could be married to her right now, instead of that douche from SNL.
Wait, are you married to that douche from SNL?
No, I'm marrying Scarlett Johansson.
Why would you want to marry you? She could have married this douche from SNL that you
Yeah,
married.
but she could have married me!
Don't knock your own husband.
I would marry like Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm in his age. We're in his age range.
Yeah, we
You
are.
are in his age
We're
range.
only
We're
just
about
in
like-
his age range. We're
No, I think
almost
she's...
there.
Wait, is she 23 or 24?
24, she's nearly there.
Who?
His
current
current
girlfriend.
Oh god.
She has
Because-
less
Like
than
you
12
know
months.
the joke that Ricky Gervais made in, at the Golden Globes.
It makes
that
sense. There's a chart.
And I have
only
seen
has-
the
There's a
graph.
chart, there's a graph, yeah.
he made
yeah.
the
There's a
joke
pattern.
that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was so long that by the end of the premiere his girlfriend was too old for him.
So yeah, Nicolas Cage recruits Jay Baruchel when he's 10, but then Nick Cage
Recruits
and
Hiccup from
Doctor
How to Train Your Dragon.
Dr. Octopus gets sucked into a Ming
pop.
vase, and then they're there for 10 years. And Jay is given antipsychotics and is told that he's fine, but he keeps the ring. And then Nick Cage comes back, and then they start learning magic, and then Jay falls in love with Becky, who
It's a radio host.
has a college
recognise
radio
her from
show.
something.
You know what I think's wild though? Like a fucking 12-year-old boy. Like he sees something that scares me, pees his pants, and everyone's like, "Oh,
He doesn't pee his pants.
Yeah,
He
but
spills a jar.
he is accused of peeing his pants.
He just looks like he's
I'm
pissed his
speaking
pants.
from the perspective of the
someone who has pissed their
no
pants.
of the system. The system.
Yes.
Right, but they see this kid that thinks a traumatic thing happened. He looks like he peed his pants because of it. It's like, you must be psychotic. Give him drugs.
Well, no,
from
but
us.
he also thought he was psychotic because the shop was on fire when he left the
And
shop.
then it wasn't, yeah.
And then he went back in and he was like, I'm crazy.
Yeah, but it was one episode.
That's all it takes.
And then they were like, "Oh, after you have weird drugs for the most of your formative years, fucking all right."
Yeah,
So-
Becky was I knew I recognised her from somewhere. She was in
Becky
Warm
the Loving
Bodies.
Ghost. Was that the one with Nicolas
Vampires.
Holt?
Yes, she was in
What's her
the
name?
Zombie. And they had a
Teresa
love story.
Palmer.
Yeah, vampires.
She's Australian.
With the young Becky?
The normal Becky, the one that Dave Baruchel,
Okay.
Jay Baruchel.
He is called Dave.
I wonder how much she looks like the actress.
She's also in
the adult
Bedtime
actress,
Stories.
because she'd be 24ish now.
No,
right?
they stopped filming for 10 years.
And Hacksaw Ridge. She's in Hacksaw Ridge.
Like that film Boyhood.
The film
Well,
I
the
haven't
one
seen.
that shot over 12 years that was very
Longer than
disappointing.
that. It's kind of fun.
I
They
started
used
watching
all
it on
the same
Netflix.
actors for about 20 years or something.
That's
I like
really
the
I-
idea
no, I think it was 12
though, because if you can convince someone to fund that, that's a pretty good income for a large portion of your life.
They took a break for like a year or something every.
Yeah, it was shot over 12 years.
12 years. There you go.
Chose to shoot on 35mm film and would advance over those
Probably
12
because
years.
35mm wouldn't go out of date.
Reason-
Like if they
no-
started filming on the newest thing
Yeah,
in
he said
2001.
chose to shoot on 35mm, reasoning correctly that digital technology would advance over those 12 years while the celluloid would remain the same.
That would be more interesting though to see how the quality increases over the years as well. I guess that's not what they're aiming for in the film. But to see, the same people,
The fucking Nazi fucks will love it.
the same
Don't
people
buy
in
the
the
shit.
same setting as it. If anything, 35mm is the artsy fucks. Because even then, they freaking weren't using celluloid anymore.
Well, that's what we're saying.
I know,
That's why we
that's
shoot
what
with the
I'm
two
just reiterating.
That is why we shoot with the two cameras.
No, they shot with 8
Tommy was
cameras.
We use the two cameras.
135.
We use digital.
One. Just one.
When we make the room, there's a line. There's a line.
Right, this film.
We've
Who's got
discussed
some-
the beginning, middle. We need to do the end.
The end.
I mean-
The end. Everyone, the good
This
guys
is the
win.
end, of course, being a film that Jay Baruchel is
The
in.
good
with a
guy
lot of-
wins. The boy realizes his potential. His girlfriend knows that he's a superhero.
Oh,
you're
and
Merlin.
accepts
He
it
can do magic without the magic ring.
because he's the
Yes,
prime
because he
Merlinian.
is Merlin's offspring.
I don't think so.
Well, he's his
He's got
protege.
blood. He's got the Merlin blood in him. That's what he
Right,
says.
but he has the Merlin gene. That
You
doesn't
got the
mean he's
Merlin.
a
How did he get the
direct
Merlin
descendant
blood?
of
Did
Merlin.
they share a
I
fucking
don't think
needle or
Merlin
something?
fucked anyone, man.
No, but he's got Merlin blood in
Merlin
him.
took a vow of celibacy
Yeah. Also, what I don't understand is
so he could levitate.
there was
His
there was one Merlinian, right?
Yeah.
But then there was like a billion Morganians.
Yeah, there's the wee girl from the Salem trials.
Yeah, the Salem trials. That
The
the
weird.
guy with the dragon that crawled through his chest for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, a whole host of fun and wacky characters.
The guy with
the
the
musician-
dragon that crawled through his chest, of course, being the 2008 sequel to The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
The girl, the
The
boy
guy
with
with
the
the
dragon,
that crawled through his
implant.
chest.
Yeah.
And then it was the man with the dragon in his
Then
pants.
there was a big fight. Fucking Nicolas Cage
Called
dies,
Nicolas
but then Jay Baruchel brings
Does
him
some
back
punches him,
and
They do some magic stuff,
Yeah.
throw at
but not
each
even
other.
like cool magic. He's just doing like a bunch of
Just like,
plasma bolts.
yeah, like your first level spells in Skyrim.
Yeah, it's like spamming a cantrip.
it kind of just like
They really go down the well of the mirror trap spell that keeps on
That
coming
was
back.
fun, I
throughout.
liked that.
It was fun, but they kept going back to
It
it.
happened like 3 times. The Hungarian mirror trap,
Yes. And then the English guy from a bunch
and then
of
there was
Shane
the
Meadows
Persian
films.
rug. The Persian rug
We'll
trap.
find out.
The English
his
guy
name.
from a bunch of Shane Meadows films is in it. He plays the celebrity magician guy.
That's him, yeah.
He's a good actor.
Jared Leto.
No, no, not Jared Leto.
Are we sure?
Yes, he's English. Jared Leto, not English.
Maybe he has range.
Is Jared Leto English?
No.
No.
He has a cult.
So do we all.
What's his name? What's his
I'm
name?
looking at this.
Where's it? Where is
It takes
he?
time.
There, Toby Cabell.
Told me why.
Toby Cabell.
Who's also in Warhorse, Rock and Roller, Prince of Persia,
Yeah, Rock and
Sands of
Roller.
Time,
That's what I'm from.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Fantastic Four, Warcraft,
Which is-
A Monster Calls, Ben-Hur, Gold, Kong Skull Island.
You liked that one, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a good film.
Yes, good fun. Big kaiju. Bang, 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 bang.
In
Dinosaurs.
Gorilla Smash.
Alright, what are some notable cageisms in the film that we enjoyed?
Because I can read minds!
yeah, that's what
We
we have to think
minds!
of.
Yeah, that was
It's
good.
on your backpack. Are you crazy? Sloopy.
That was good.
Putting his fingers together.
Yeah.
Any other cageisms?
I don't really... Oh!
I mean, him
really-
getting mad at the old man shoes thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
when he was like, excuse me.
It's just wide eyes.
I think, despite everything in the film, the two main characters did have quite good chemistry.
Yes. Yes.
They got on, there were some funny lines. They acted well together.
They made some funnies. They made
I
some
laughed.
sads.
I
They made
laughed
some
a
happies.
little. I didn't cry at all.
A whole range
Oh,
of
I
emotions.
cried.
You cry every time.
I cried.
Cree every Tim.
I cry in my tea.
I was actually wanting to take a liberty,
A liberty.
if you may, if I may, be so bold as to
I meant
talk.
to twist it.
If I was so bold as to actually talk about Nicolas Cage, because we want to,
Why?
because I want to talk
The
about the
man!
actual. I want to actually talk
The
about
myth, the legend.
the legend himself. I want to actually talk about Nicolas Cage.
What's he doing?
Fine if you want.
I just want to give a bit of background on the guy because we want to get to know him obviously.
Everyone knows Nick.
Before we speak to him, because you're coming on this, Nicholas, whether you know it or not. You're
He likes to speak to fans.
you're going to
We
speak
are
to us.
fans.
I'd probably have a heart attack. If...
Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage is sitting in this flat.
Yeah.
We'll start off where it all began on January 7th, 1964, when Nicholas Kim
Was
Coppola
spawned.
was born in
In the-
Long
in the
Beach.
Crawled out
In
of
the
the
breed-
primordial
The
ooze.
breeding tubes.
In Long Beach, California, his dad being August Coppola, who was a professor of
He
literature,
escaped
and
the military
Joy
testing facility that produced his
and-
super soldier ilk.
Joy Vogelsang, who's
From there, he travelled the wastes of Los Angeles.
Yes,
As
of
Ghost
course.
Rider.
a dancer and choreographer. He was raised in a Catholic family. His
Toast
father
Catholic.
was of Italian descent, and his mother was of German and Polish
Where he
ancestry.
went to Las Vegas to drink his life away.
And you
In
might
sadness and revelry.
Simultaneously,
at the age of
though,
9 years
Nicolas
old.
Cage was landing in Las Vegas.
Yes.
and
And he discovered that everyone that had been nice in any vague way had disappeared into heaven for some reason.
Yes, and then eventually he started drinking too much and had an idea to leave Las Vegas, but he never did because he met a prostitute.
And he
Um,
banged that prostitute.
he,
Well, he died.
I'll take.
His
I'll,
last dying action was
I'll,
to
ta-
bang
I'll just do the early life of him at the moment. Now you may have clicked on that I said Coppola, being the fact that through his
Cola.
father,
that he likes Coca-Cola.
through his father,
Which,
he is
as
the
we all know,
nephew
used to be made with cocaine.
of the
By
director.
one Francis Ford Coppola.
Yes, the director
Coppola.
of The Godfather, of course, making him
coke
the
fiend.
cousin
A
of
direct
Roman
descendant
Coppola.
of
Nicolas
the
Cage.
Mormon settlers of Western America.
Sick. I've
On
got
the-
Mormons in the family.
The
I'm-
Mayflower?
My,
the
in like the
Merriweather?
fucking 1700s, my some of my family moved to Utah and they became Mormons, so they're still there.
That explains a
Still
lot
there,
about you.
You should become a Mormon.
I am a Mormon,
Actually, you should
and a
become
Mormon just believes. That obviously being from Book of Mormon.
No. It's from Hadestown.
Okay. He's got two brothers. One of them being
Meet the sweet now,
New
I
York
can't
radio personality Mark the Cope Coppola and director Christopher Coppola. He attended Beverly Hills High School, which is known for its many alumni who became entertainers. He aspired to act from an early age and also attended UCLA School of Theatre, Film and Television. He said he wanted to start acting because he
Good
wanted.
source.
Yeah. No, I know this bit. I know this bit. I know this bit's
How did
definitely.
you comment on it? So must be IMDb.
No, it's Wikipedia.
Oh, wow.
I know this bit is
So we're just
definitely.
gonna hear all day and read through every
Just
Wikipedia.
reading the Wikipedia.
No, I know this bit is definitely true because he spoke about it in an interview.
Sure he did.
Where he said that he
Like
wanted
that
to
big
start.
mafia man. You think that's real?
Can I talk?
No!
He said he wanted to start acting because he saw James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause, and he says, and he said, "You're tearing me apart!" Yeah, he says, "I saw him in Rebel Without a Cause, East of Eden. Nothing affected me, no rock song, no classical music, the way Dean affected me in Eden. It blew my mind. I was like, this is what I want to do." And at 15 years old,
Daniel is available for bar mitzvahs.
he tried
Only
to convince
bar
his uncle
And
to
weddings.
give him a screen test.
Only see
And he had
characters.
an outburst in the car when his uncle was driving him. He said, "I'll show you acting,"
When he was 12.
when he was 15.
Alright.
And by this stage, Coppola had already directed Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, Gene Hackman, Robert De Niro. He appeared in some of his uncle's films and decided to change his name to Nicolas Cage to avoid the appearance of nepotism as Coppola's nephew, which looks like he's the only one of the Coppola spawn who has done that, since Sophia kept it, all of his brothers kept the name, whereas Nick was like, "I want to go out and do this on my own. I don't want to do it off the back of who my uncle is," which I kind of respect.
Yeah.
It's nice.
That's
Amen,
nice.
no.
His choice of of name was inspired by superhero Luke Cage and composer John Cage.
John Cage.
John Cage.
Not John Cale from the Velvet
Oh,
Underground.
John Cage, who he's best known for his 1952
I
composition.
thought his name came from Luke Cage.
453, yeah, and John Cage.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, Luke Cage.
Look,
Oh,
it's
listen
Netflix
to you.
special.
Of course, from Marvel.
Not listening to you. Blah blah blah. No, very interesting. Thank you for bringing that.
And that's Nicolas Cage's early life. I'll take you through the
Middle part next week.
we'll go through every single section of his Wikipedia page, of course. I think people shit on Wikipedia a lot. I think it's a fucking good source because the fact
Oh, it's
is,
fine. It's just you've got to check the sources that the people writing the articles are drawing from.
sure,
Like, because they could just be making shit up. is
but
the
there was
thing.
what is his name? Wikipedia.
The guy who wrote like 12 million articles. For
Yeah, the
Wikipedia.
guy that spends like 3 hours a day writing Wikipedia articles.
Do they make them up or are they just like?
Stephen Pruitt has created more than 33,000 Wikipedia articles and was named one of the 25 most important influencers on the internet by Time magazine in 2017. He's just got the record for the most edits on Wikipedia,
Does John have his phone on him?
Yes.
which
Okay.
is at 5 million.
Join us next week or the week after. We still haven't decided how we're doing this. For Nicolas Cage's film Never on Tuesday.
Well, I've never heard of that. My goddamn name.
Let's have a look.
I'm Nathan,
I'm Daniel.
I'm Kieran.
and we'll just wait a second.
He's taking it.
Never on Tuesday.
1989.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, that was the one that I saw his face in. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's awful.
Say I'm John. I'm John. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Got me slapping, got me rocking, got me smacking my lips. Oh, Nicolas Cage. Oh, Nicolas Cage. He's an international treasure of ours, yeah. Oh, Nicolas Cage.
At least 4 Pratts.